to another Army List video. As the title says, this is going to be Cadian Infantry or Astra Militarum. As I've said in a previous video when I talked about the the various war zones, the different planets and the different units that we're going to be fighting in this campaign, I mentioned 2 different Cadian infantry regiments, and also I wrote down at the time a Praetorian regiment. That may change to Krieg, or I'll have to wait and see. I did mention Victoria miniatures as well at the time, which are they do 3D resin Praetorians basically. They've been doing it a long time as well, a lot longer than the current 3D printing craze, I would call it. So they know what they're doing. The casts look amazing. Really, well, not casts, they'll be the designs look amazing. So I may go down of that route for Praetorians. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. I will start off saying that I have just seen the new. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the Army List. It was right at the bottom. I'll go back to the top. Sorry about that. I have seen the new dogs run about like lunatics as ever. The new, we'll get out eventually, Imperial Guard boxes. The Battle Force, which looks like it's got a Rogel Dawn, a Cadian Shock Trooper squad, and some new vehicles, which look very World War II United States Army. Got an M5 half track and a ground or something like that. You know what I mean? Armor cars, 6x6. I think they look really cool, actually. Definitely going to get a box. The Rogel Dawn and the Cadian squad will fit into this list that I'm about to tell you about. The other vehicles, I'll probably worm them into the Imperial Guard Cavalry Regiment, which I've mentioned before. I'll do an Army List on those separately to this. So we'll start off. You should know by now about the force points and how many power within each force point. So I will say that this Astra Militarum army, each force point is 25 power each. I don't know how I've managed to do that without taking away from one and adding to another. Previous Iron Warriors one was a bit all over the place, but this one's nice and simple. So we'll start off force point 1. Lots of infantry, obviously. It's Astra Militarum, so there's a Cadian command squad and 3 Cadian shock trooper squads, a commissar, and 3 heavy weapons squads. The heavy weapon teams within each squad, I will probably give a missile launcher, a bit of tactical flexibility, but I could swap those missile launchers out for what I've got in one of the heavy weapon squads. I do plan definitely mortars and definitely las cannons. I'm not sure about the 3rd squad, but I'll go heavy bolters or auto cannons. And like I say, I could swap heavy bolters for the missile launcher, have a heavy weapons squad all with missile launchers, and then put those heavy bolters, auto cannons or whatever, even the mortars perhaps, into each squad. I'm not too sure about that yet. And that's 25 power. 4 for the command squad, 3 for each of the shock trooper squads, 3 for the commissar, and 3 times 3, 9 for the heavy weapon squads. Looking over here because my laptop's there. I usually have it here, and when the sun eventually comes out, it blinds me and I can't bloody see a thing. So, which happens a lot anyway. So force point 2. Like I said, lots of infantry and a 2nd Cadian command squad and 3 more shock trooper squads and another commissar. For the 9 points spare, instead of going for 3 heavy weapon squads, I've gone for a Lehman Russ. Gets tank on the table, nice bit of weaponry on it, a bit of firepower, quite good. And again, that's 25 power, that's 50 power, force point 2, spot on. Force point 3, we changed it up a lot. We've got a Primaris Psyker. We also have, as additions to the command squads, because that's how they come out, we have a Master of Ordnance and an Astropath. We also have a Regimental Preacher, a Casacan squad in a Chimera, and rounded out with a field ordnance battery. Now there's 2 big guns in that field ordnance battery. They look quite good. I've seen lots of the Krieg ones. I don't think I've seen a Cadian one. I don't know if they do them in Cadians. We'll find out, I suppose. Premier Psyker, obviously a Psyker at this level. Bit of a command option as well, perhaps. Regimental Preacher again, boosts the troops. Cassican Squad and a Chimera, it's a bit of an elite option to another tank as well. And then, like I said, the Master of Ordnance and the Astra Path, they are attachments to command squads. And they are technically the 2 power each, but it's like, so the command squad is 4 power. With one of those in, it's up to 6 power. So I'll put 1 of each of those in 1 of each of the 2 command squads that I've got. And again, 25 power, 75 power at Force Point 3. Force Point 4, an armoured element, should we say. Got another Lehman Russ, a Demolisher. Love that cannon. And a Lehman Russ Punisher, again, I love that big Gatling cannon, big Gatling gun. And then I've gone for a Basilisk at 7 power. So I'll just do the maths on that, because I'm not sure if I've added that up correctly. No, I have. The 2 Lehman Russes are 9 each. There's 18, leave 7. Basilisk is 7. That's 25 power, yeah. Where's me 10-year-old niece when I need a human calculator? Ready. Next up, we have I've got a Cadian Castellan. Now I said we'll have 2 Cadian regiments, so they'll be fine for those. If I did go down the Praetorian or the Krieg route or whatever, I'll probably just include a Cadian Castellan. I'll include a model anyway, and it'll use the Cadian Castellan rules. Obviously not Cadian though, but I'll change its name to like a Krieg, I don't know, Krieg Lieutenant or something daft like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, Cadian Castellan, a Rattling Squad, Armoured Sentinel Squad, a Hellhound, a Wyvern, and another Chimera. The extra Chimera just for, you know, anyone who's still on foot can jump in that basically, can't they? The Wyvern is the, I think that's the mortar version, or is it the rockets? It's one of the 2. It's like a bit like a mobile artillery kind of piece. Hellhound, fast attack. It's got that beautiful flame cannon. Armoured Sentinels kind of make sense. I'll put last cannons on them to deal with everything basically. Rattling Squad, some snipers, and like I say, the Castellan, and that's another 25 power. Force Point 5 is 125 in total, spot on. 25 left. We've gone for a Rogel Dawn battle tank. I must admit, I'm not a massive fan of the Rogel Dawn. It's a lot of firepower. It's a bit like those repulsors for the Space Marine. I think it's just too many guns on one vehicle, I think. But, you know, it is what it is. I've got one. And like I say, there's one in that starter set, Battle Force kind of thing. So I'll be able to use it for this. And I've got a Rogel Dawn in the Cavalry Regiment as well, obviously. Which I'll get on to when I do that list, I suppose. So joining that at Force Point 6 is a Bulgrin Squad. We've also gone for 2 Ogrim Bodyguards, 1 each for each command squad. Again, they are attachments, so they're 2 power each. And then I've gone for a Regimental Engine Seer. He's a bit like a, what they call, Tech Marine. So fixes vehicles, I believe. And that's 25 power. That's 150 power at Force Point 6. Perfect. I have absolutely no Imperial Guard models at all. So this is a force that I will start from scratch. As with other armies, there's support points that you'll be able to spend on various things. And I've kind of come up with a way of how many support points you will need to buy certain things. Now, again, for the Cadian Castellan, as I said, there's 2 Cadian regiments and then a whatever Praetorian Krieg. The first support point that I've written down here, well, there's 3 actually. There's Ursula Creed, Slime Arbor, and Iron Hand Strachan. Now, I don't know whether... Now, there definitely won't be, you know, an Ursula Creed in every Cadian regiment, so there won't be 2 Ursula Creeds kicking about, because that doesn't make sense. But I don't know whether I'll just come up with a daft name and give that person the rules for Ursula Creed. Excuse me. Likewise for Iron Hand Strachan and Sly Marble. I will double check Iron Hand Strachan isn't Catachan. If he is, then I'll take him out, because where we are. Iron Hand Strachan. Yeah, he is Catachan, so I'll take him out totally. Forget about Iron Hand. Yeah. Unlucky. He's already lost now. Now he's out the game. And yeah, I won't even give somebody, like I say, I could delete this anytime, couldn't I? But I'll do it now. There we go. Ready. So that's done. Bye bye. Strachan. One less model I have to paint. Well swings and roundabouts. So yeah, like I say, even if I do the a daft name and give them those rules for Sly Marble and Ursula Creed, there will only ever be one. Oh, we've gone from Rocky Quotes to Highlander now. Yeah, there can be only one. Once they did. Knew that was coming. Right, so yeah. And like I said about the special points, how much it will cost. Where's Ursula? Ready. So Ursula Creed, as you can see, is 4 power. That's not very much, is it? So it'll be quite easy to get. I'm thinking maybe each side gets 20 basic support points per game turn. I'll go into this in more depth when I do the actual map-based campaign. But yes, support points, I may use how many power points they are. So Ursula Creed, quite easy. You'll be able to get one of her, but you only ever have one. Unlike, well, kind of like actually, I've gone for the bog standard Imperial Knight and 2 Armiger class Knights. I've just bought a box from local boys, 51 quid, not too bad I suppose for a box of Armiger Knights. I wanted a fresh box because I want all the weapon choices. I'll magnetize the arms somehow. In fact, I've seen a video online exactly showing me how to do it. Never mind, somehow. So I'll do that. So obviously different forces can have like 2 Helverins and 2 or 2. What's the other class called? I can't remember the other one. The one with the 2 looks like big auto cannons. Those ones, I'll mix and match. Likewise, Imperial Knights, lots of different weapon options, lots of different classes of Imperial Knight. Magnetize the arms on those, then I've got multiple choices. And also Bane Blades. Now, Bane Blades in the rulebook, roughly 25 power. So they'll take a little bit more time. I should have times the power by 5. So Ursula Creed would be 20 power. A Bane Blade would be like 125 support points, sorry. Yeah, I may do it that way. I don't know. Like I say, I've got this Badab campaign where I can test that kind of thing. But really, their only upgrades going to be Chapter Masters and Knights. Yeah, we'll have to work something out, see how it works. So yeah, Bane Blades, each force could have 1 Bane Blade. If it's got a Bane Blade, then they can't have a Knight. I've gone over that before. Or can't have any other things from a support point, except for buildings. So the different Bane Blade variants, there's lots of different ones. I don't know when. Like I say, I don't have any models for Imperial Guard, and I don't really want to start with a Bane Blade, but it might happen if I see one online that's quite cheap. In fact, there is one. That's what I'm thinking of. There's one on Facebook for 80 quid, still in box. So I don't know. So where we're at now. So we've done the Knights, done Ursula and Sly, got rid of Strachan, poor lad. Bane Blades, I've also gone for as a support point a Tempestus Scions Force. So I've gone for Scions Command Squad, 2 Scion Squads, and 10-man squads that'll be, and 3 Taurox Primes. Is it Primes? Yes, the Primes. So they will be a support point option as well. Yeah, paying them up as World War II commandos, isn't it? Yeah, like my granddad was. That's why I wanted some of them. And last but not least, as I mentioned, buildings. We've got an Aegis defense line. I think they're only 2 power, so yeah. But you can have a building. Now maybe it's up to 3 buildings. I might do it because I want Imperial bunkers and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll talk about how battlefields will be set up and how basically the battlefield. I'll try and randomise the scenery and where it goes. A few d6 and scatter dice, and once that battlefield is set, if there's like multiple battles on that same location on the main map, the table stays the same. I may do room buildings if buildings get blown up or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think that'll be quite cool. And yeah, that's everything for this Astra Militarum upgrade. Like I said, I've seen the Armageddon. I haven't seen the supplement kind of thing yet. I may get, because like I said, I've got this Codex. I'll show you it. That one. I think this is the special edition version of the current Astra Militarum Codex, but it doesn't have those half tracks and 6x6s. I don't know whether they will be in the new 40k starter box, which is going to be Orcs and Blood Angels by the looks of it. Well, definitely, as I've seen the promo video and everything. I'm hoping that the Marines can be chapter agnostic, so I can put them in my Storm Reapers force. If not, I mean, I just have to get a scalpel blade kind of thing, the X-Acto knife out and cut away the symbols, or I may do Blood Angels army. Yeah, because the more I'm thinking about it, I definitely need Orcs anyway, so I'll have all those Orcs. The more I'm thinking about it now, I'll probably use 9th edition rules, not just for this Badab Crusade, Badab campaign, to test the rules out, but I'll also use the codexes that I've got. I'll have to buy the Tau one. I haven't done a Tau list yet. Using the 9th edition codexes and probably the rules for 9th edition as well. And then at a later date, I might just do it like privately, one-off kind of thing. 6th edition Blood Angels and Tau. I've played a few Net Epic, not Net Epic, what the hell's it called? Vassal Engine, which is, you know, it's an illegal kind of, yeah, it must be illegal. Must be. It's like a 2D. It's designed for battle reports, making your own battle reports and that. But yeah, people actually play the game using it. So I've played a few games like that where I've just played myself, and it's been Blood Angels and Tau, and I've written army lists similar to this, using force points and that to test out the 6th edition rules. It was quite a while ago though. I'd rather do it with models on a table than using Vassal, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass to use. Now the papers are going. So yeah, this Absolutis Crusade will probably, it's looking like 9th, 10th edition / maybe even 11th, if 11th isn't overly different codex wise to what we've seen before. Like I say, those new Imperial Guard vehicles, yeah, we'll find the rules for those. They're definitely in the box. Yeah, I'm expecting a couple of deliveries, which I'm going to make another video about, so that might be it now. So ciao for now, bye.